Today's lesson is on the chain rule. It's kind of like the power rule. Think of the power rule. I'm going to be bringing down a power, subtracting 1 from the power, and then taking the derivative of whatever is inside the chain, inside the set of brackets. That will be multiplied onto the chain, creating the chain rule. Let's take a look at our notes. To begin with, I'm going to start with a function, the exact same one, written 3 different ways. F of x is equal to x squared plus 4x plus 4. It could also be written out as 2 binomials multiplied together. It could also be written out as one function squared. In the black, I'm just taking a regular derivative power rule. In the red, I'm doing derivative of the first times the second plus derivative of the second times the first. In the blue, I'm bringing down the 2 as a power, subtracting 1 from that power, giving me a 1, and then I'm supposed to multiply by the derivative of what's inside, which is 1. All of them give me the same answer, so I think that's a fair start to understand how this is going to work. If I have a function, 2x minus 3, and it's cubed, I'm going to bring down the 3 times 2x minus 3 to the 2, that's like the power rule, and then multiply by the derivative of the 2x minus 3, which is 2. That's why we see the times 2 at the back. 3 times 2 gives me the 6. The other stuff I'm just multiplying out, and this gives me my final result. Next example. Suppose I have f of x is equal to a square root, which remember is like a power of a half of a function. So when I do the derivative, I'm going to bring down the half, write out everything which is inside, subtract 1 from the exponent, and then multiply it by the derivative of what's inside. The power of a negative a half drops down to the bottom, becoming a square root, and that's how we tidy it up. Feel free to pause the video at any time and try these on your own now. So suppose I have f of x is equal to my 3x minus 2 to the 4. Oh, let's put on another one. How about 2x squared plus 3 to the 5? This is a product rule / chain rule. Derivative of the first, that's everything that you see in red, times the second plus derivative of the second, everything you see in green, times the first. The pieces at the back of each one are always the chain rule, always multiplying by what's the derivative of the inside piece. I'm just going to clean this one up a little bit. Do the 4 times 3 is 12, the 5 times 4x is 20x, and then this is how I'd like to see it tidied up. I see a lot of common factors. The 3x minus 2 is occurring in both pieces. The 2x squared plus 3 is occurring in both pieces. So I take all of my common material out at the front, leaving me with my leftover pieces, which I've just written in now. Oh, I see a mistake there. I've got to get rid of the exponent of 4. I don't think it'll be on your notes by the time you get to it. There, it's gone. So the pieces that are in the front, I just leave them out there. And then the piece inside, those big square green brackets, I just keep cleaning up until I'm done. Sometimes that can be factored, but not very often. Let's look at the same sort of idea using a quotient. Suppose I have a quotient all to the power of 8. I think it's easier for us if we rewrite it as 2 pieces each to the power of 8 and apply the quotient rule. It is derivative of the top. There's my power, there's my chain, times the bottom, take away derivative of the bottom times the top. I wrote down a plus sign instead of a minus sign. I'll fix that afterwards. which is equal to, we're going to clean it up a little bit. The 8 times 8 is the 64. Again, that plus in the middle should be a minus. I'll get that cleaned up on your notes so you'll see it properly. From the top, I can factor out a 32. I can factor out 7 of the 8x minus 2s, 7 of the 4x plus 3s, leaving me with just a 2, a 4x plus 3, a minus sign, and an 8x minus 2. The 4x plus 3, top and bottom, cancel, reduce, and then I end up with my final answer here. I will make sure that on the notes, on the actual notes, those plus signs that should be minus signs, I'll have them all in a different color to make it really clear what I did change in the notes. So again, just a little bit more tidying up. The 16x plus 4, remember I said that sometimes we can take out another common factor? That one I took out a common factor of 4. That's how the 32 turned into a 128. Have a lot of patience with this material. It needs to go slowly. Page 102, number 1. Let's just do A, B, C, G, and H. And that should be good. Also number 6. Enjoy.